Hi everybody, I'm Dee.
And I'm Jay.
And we are ParoDeeJay.
And we are here with a serious video
Very
today.
serious.
You know us, we cruise a lot, and we have a lot of back-to-backs, side-by-sides, you know, very quick turnovers, and in these coronial times, we're always looking for options for easy and convenient testing. So we've come across these. Now, a fair warning or full disclosure, Matt from Royal Caribbean Vlog, this is where I learned out about these
Matt.
tests. This is an at-home COVID rapid antigen test, which gives you results in about 15 minutes. And this is a proctored test. Now, you can walk into the drugstore and buy one of these, and it's the wrong one. You have to be very specific about the ones you get. It has to say RX only in the corner. We ordered ours from eMed.com. I'll put a link down in the description. They come as a pack of 6. Anyway,
I think they do sell some that you can get proctored at the drugstore. Just make sure it does the prescription.
Right. If it says OTC, which I recorded a little video snippet we'll put in here later about how to tell the difference. If it says OTC, don't use it. It's not going to be good. You have to get the one. Basically, step 1, the cat might join us for this video, but that's fine. Cats make every video better. Step 1 of this is to download the Navica app, N-A-V-I-C-A. That's how you're going to get your test proctored, get your results, and all of that good stuff. As of the recording of this video, we know that Carnival and Royal Caribbean advertise that they accept these telehealth proctored type tests. So does Celebrity. Okay,
and
the family. That makes sense. Yeah. And we're hoping MSC will come on board. It's rumored that they're thinking about it. So just check your cruise line website. If it says telehealth or something like that, then you should be in business. But once you've downloaded the Navica app, you just go in there and make a profile. It's a few very quick questions. The rest of the process we're going to learn today. Yeah. We're getting ready to call up and do our very first proctored test. Let me go ahead and throw the footage in here of how the test works, because I'm not going to show the whole process, and nobody wants to see the whole Poconos part.
I don't.
Yeah, we don't even want to see that. So here comes some video footage that we recorded earlier of how to tell different types of tests apart and how to actually do the basic steps of the test. So these are the 3 kinds of tests that we have acquired. This one is, so I'm told, is kind of the gold standard, the Abbott BinaxNOW. But this was out of stock, so we did have to make do with these guys for a while. These we found on Amazon. These are sometimes on Amazon, but we got these from Walgreens. But these 2 models are the ones that are for at-home testing only. These are not valid for cruise travel, air travel, any of that stuff. This one obviously just says at-home testing. This version, you can see, it says on the bottom OTC, which means over the counter. This is not valid for travel. This is just kind of like a peace of mind at home test. The one that you need for travel, in the bottom corner, it says RX only, and it's going to have the words COVID-19 AG card home test with this little eMed thing about, you know, you download this app and you go through this process. So we'll talk a little bit more about that later, I'm sure, but the one that we're going to take right now is this at-home test. The process for this one and this one should be the same, but I thought it would be interesting just to show you how this version works. So let's get into it. So inside this box you will find 2 tests. Now each of these kits is intended to be used by one person. You're supposed to take these tests like 24 to 36 hours apart, and if you get 2 of the same results, then you know if you get 2 negatives you're probably good. If one's a positive, one's a negative, you might want to take something else. But anyway, inside the kit we have all sorts of odds and ends. This reminds me of those candy kits that we used to do where you kind of assemble stuff. We have English instructions, Spanish instructions. So in the pouch here you have your actual testing card, which I'll show you what that's all about. We've got a little eyedropper filled with solution, and of course you have the Poconos stick. Oh yeah. All right, so we did take one of these tests yesterday. This is the number 2 in the series, as it were. So your first step is going to be to open your card. Now the instructions tell you to leave this card flat as much as you can. They've got like a little silica truck and metal packet in there to get that sucker out of the way. So basically the easiest thing to do is you can bend the spine back a little bit, but you're going to want to leave this card as flat as possible for the entire testing time. And you're supposed to check, as long as your card has a blue line on it, you are good to go. Boom, blue line. The next phase is to crack this little top off of your dropper. And we are going to put 6 drops into this top hole. They say do not do this test with less than 6 drops. 6 is the recommended number. I think the point is you're just kind of trying to make sure that this little reservoir is super full. So there we have 6 drops. Now everybody's favorite part. Now, we're not going to document this portion, so this is going to be Dee taking this test. So she's going to take this. You're supposed to put it about 3/4 inch up your nostril. You go 15 seconds on each side, and it says to make at least 5 big circles. Now, of course, your nostril's not this big, but you know what I mean. And you do both nostrils, so 15 seconds on each side. All right, we've got our sample swab back. I'm going to rotate this card just to make this easier for me. But anyway, the whole gist of it is we're going to insert the swab into the bottom hole until you can see it in the top hole. Rotate it at least 3, well, it says exactly 3 full times. Remove this little adhesive strip. And then we close this bad boy. See, we've kept the thing on the counter the entire time. And now we wait. So if you have done this correctly, you will start to see pink liquid come up from the bottom in this window. And this blue line is going to change from blue to pink. So you let this sit for 15 minutes, and after 15 minutes, you have to check it within 15 to 30 minutes of doing it. You'll see either 1 pink line, which means negative, or 2 pink lines, which means positive. If there's even a faint pink line, that's a positive. So we'll be back in 15 minutes. All right, 15 minutes have elapsed. They say not to read it before 15 minutes or after 30 minutes, so we should be good. And we'll take a little examination of the card. We can see we have a pink control line and absolutely no semblance of a second line, so that would indicate a negative test. I have mine over here to the side because I was taking mine at the same time. Boom, boom. So there we go. I normally like to leave them on the counter maybe another 10 minutes. You know, we check them after about 15, 25 just to make sure, but with no semblance of a second line forming, we look like we are in the clear. Wasn't that entertaining? Anyway, so any more words before we actually use this app and call up a medical professional?
I know you said that because we do side-by-sides and back-to-backs, but the more important thing right now is that as of this video right now, the CDC has told the cruise lines that they need to do a 2-day, 48-hour turnaround time for antigen tests. So it's also important to get those results back in time. This is also a really good method to do that.
True, and I guess a lot of the cruise lines, obviously on back-to-backs and side-to-sides within the same brand or family, they are providing tests in most cases. This is only, see, we like to do crazy stuff like, oh, we're gonna jump off a Carnival and go on Royal, then we're going on MSC, and then, you know, that kind of thing. So rather than having to find a testing site in Florida or Seattle or wherever the heck we're cruising out of, this is far easier for us. And these are about $25 a piece, the way we ordered them in a 6-pack. There's 1 test in each one. If you get one of the ones that has 2 in it, it might not be the right one. Double check your box, but there's 1 test in here, and you do not crack this seal until you are on the call with the person. Do not open this box. I guess, so now this is also only for vaccinated folks, correct?
Correct. You still have to do a PCR if you're unvaccinated and bring that to the cruise line. And this is for ages, you know, 100 to 15 to do yourself. If you are under the age of 15, what I've heard is that an adult can do it for the child while the doctor on the telehealth call is watching. So that should be something that your whole family can do. And then
it's fun for the whole family.
3 people can sign up under each box, basically.
Right, not like this, but they came in a shipping container. Like I said, we got the 6-pack, and then you can have up to 3 people. So I guess 2 tests per person or whatever. Like when you order it from eMed, like we did, you have to tell the names and I think birth dates and basic information of who is going to be using the tests. So anywhere from 1 to 3 people. All right, I guess let's get to calling.
Yay!
So we're gonna try to find out some things. We're gonna line you up first to do yours. We're gonna ask them if we can do 2 on the same call. I don't think that's gonna happen because you have to use your app and I have to use my app.
I've taken so many at this point. Let's just do it.
Anyway. All right, we've got Dee all logged into her app. So I'll try to put some screenshots and things in here when I can. So basically the options on the screen are I am at a test site, because I guess you can do this, you know, in person, or I have a test, I need to verify a pass. So I'm gonna give this to you. You're gonna tap, I'm not doing it, you have to do it. So you're gonna tap, I have a test.
Scan the barcode or QR code on the box.
Okay, we got our little QR code on the front. All right, so Dee's phone, now she has a Google Pixel. It does not want to scan these QR codes because apparently the process is you scan this thing on the outside of the box to join a proctor session, and then you scan the one on your box to let them know what you've got. So
I love my smartphone.
Hey, my iPhone might work. So apparently
maybe you'll go first.
Maybe we're going to do, well, it's good that we can figure out how this works on phones that are not iPhones. So it says that if you're not able to do that, then we are going to go to eMed.com and we are going to join a
Don't you love how we're
session.
guinea pigs for everything?
Oh, man. All right, we're going to hit the start testing button. Select your state of residence. Oh my gosh, state of insanity. Start testing.
Oh.
All right, so this hopefully, see now it says you can log in with Naviga, so we're going to get you logged in on the browser. This test will take about 25 minutes. Calls are answered in the order to join the queue. So it says, all right, there's several questions that you have to answer. Oh, wow.
I can answer them.
All right. Well, here, I'll read them out loud. Let's go over them together. Do you have the unopened test available?
Check.
Yes. Are your hands washed, sanitized, and dry?
No.
Okay, well, we're going to send her to do that while I finish answering her question.
I mean, that's important because you're touching your phone, though. How does
You
that work?
will be asked to present your ID to the eMed certified guide. Do you have valid photo ID with you? Driver's license, passport, passport card, birth certificate, state issued identification card, military ID card, or official school ID? So we're going to get Dee to grab her ID. We'll say yes. Is this your first COVID-19 test? Now, it's the first one with eMed, but it's not our first ever. So I guess I'm going to say no. What was your last result? It was negative because we took it at home a few days ago. Not one of these, but one of the cheaper ones. All right, select all of the following that apply to you. Traveling internationally and taking this for re-entry into the United States. Well, it's not really for re-entry. Lives in a long-term care facility? No. In the last 2 weeks? Now, your ID is not in there. It's in my wallet. Because when we traveled last, you asked me to hold it. Ha ha. I guess we are technically a none of the above because the qualification says traveling internationally and taking this test for re-entry into the United States. So let's see if we select none of the above. We understand the agreement. We understand there. We are going to join a guided session.
It's good we're learning this.
Whew, really. Let's make sure your device is ready. Start. Do you hear the sound we're playing? Well, let's get you to unmute your phone and turn your volume up.
Yes.
Nice. It says it's checking. Yep, you have to hit allow to use your camera and microphone. Yep, while using the app. That's lovely. Y'all, these permissions. It's a process, but hopefully once you get through, I think getting done the first time is the longest process.
Network checking.
All right, making sure we have internet.
How am I supposed to open this and hold this?
Well, we actually set a tripod up. Now, not everybody's going to have a tripod with a phone mount in your house, but we've got a little table. Oh, and a tripod. All right, it says, let's start the test.
You're connecting me with a certified guide.
All right. I'm here too. I guess I need to be quiet.
How do I hold this?
All right, let's note what time it is.
Estimated wait time is 29
Okay,
minutes.
so we got about a half-hour wait. Now, we're not going to make you wait with us for a half hour. We'll see you again maybe when somebody picks up.
28 minutes.
So what time is it right now?
12:25.
12:25.
In the
And
afternoon.
we're taking this on the Saturday before Labor Day, just for context, because we're supposed to cruise on Labor Day.
But that's not bad.
All right, well, we'll see y'all in a while. 2 minutes left. Now, Dee has used her pop socket to prop her phone up on the table in a landscape orientation so it sits nicely. And we're curious to see if they're going to have to, they probably want to look at the tabletop surface and all that, I imagine. So we might end up using this tripod. I know they said you can do this on a laptop, but it's helpful to have like a webcam that detaches, not just using the little one in the computer, because you need to be able to move it around. You have to show them your ID, show them your test kit, show them your nose.
I mean, I don't know how else you would do it otherwise. I mean, I guess a webcam would, that's stable.
I mean, I feel I could pick my laptop up and be like, look at this, look at that. Probably not.
Weird. 1 minute.
1 minute. All right.
Thank you for choosing eMed. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
I'll be the cameraman. So it definitely helps to have a second person, or we have a tripod, but I feel like having mobile camera is better.
So we are going to swab each nostril, beginning with your left. Insert the swab at least half an inch into the left nostril and rotate 5 times against the side of your nostril.
Okay.
A certified guide will be with you in 15 minutes to assist you in interpreting results. You are free to move away from the screen, but make sure you are back before the 15 minutes are up.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Okay, goodbye. Have a nice day.
You too.
So now you've got a timer on the screen.
That
All right.
was, like,
So we have the one
super awkward.
person who comes on and monitors the fact that you've done the test correctly, and then they give you 15 minutes. You're allowed to leave, just don't touch the test card on the table, and then just be back before the 15 minutes is up, and someone will come to certify the results.
2 people is much easier.
It really is.
It was front camera and back camera, and I'm not great with technology as it is. Other than travel agent websites. But that was awkward.
The process was the same as the one that we showed earlier, except the little test, the dropper bottle looked different. It was the twist off model.
Test results means it is very likely you have COVID-19, and it is important
They're just telling
to under the care of your healthcare provider.
Okay.
A negative test result means that proteins from the virus that causes COVID-19 were not found in your sample. If you or the healthcare proctor disagree on the presence of a faint line and or the presence of a line is uncertain, additional confirmatory testing should be conducted. Upon completion of the test and results interpretation, the telehealth proctor will send your test results via the Naviga app.
Can you print them?
Oh, I don't know.
Probably. I believe that there will be a method of printing
If you
results.
get an email, maybe.
Maybe so, because I know printed is easier, but they do give you the digital. Okay, so wait 15 minutes.
Don't touch the card.
It's not showing me a timer, so it just says wait 15 minutes. So I guess if we know 15 minutes from when you started.
Well, they'll have to come back on and verify. Obviously.
That's true.
I mean, they're still looking at me.
Hey, yeah, they could come on any time and just look at you.
Yeah.
All right, well, I guess we'll be back when it's results time. I might go ahead and queue up for my session.
Yeah, I would.
Because you're logged into your account, so presumably, I mean, I'm pretty sure it's one session per call. So I'm gonna have to go initiate my own call. Yeah, I might as well do that, because if it's a 30-minute wait.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna see if iPhone does any smarter. So I've got my unopened test kit. I'm going to go in the Naviga app and hit I have a test. Scan barcode. Naviga needs access to the camera. Yes, it's beautiful. Scan your test kit. Boom, immediately. Oh, I didn't like that one. Gosh, it says invalid barcode. All right, hold on. Scan barcode again. Oh yeah, that's the one from the corner of the box. Y'all, we will get this. So when you go in the Naviga app and it asks you to scan, they want the one on the corner of the box, not the eMed one. And your flap might look different than this one. So we're going to point it at the corner of the test box. There we go.
Technical problem.
Technical problem.
It's not my phone.
All right, scan again. Technical problem. Okay, well, we're going to hit select from a list and do the process
At least there's another
just
option.
like you did. And it is the AG home card test. Help me. All right, well, I'm going into Safari and we're going to go to eMed.com. Anyway, we'll let you know when cool stuff happens.
I better stop dancing there. What are you doing?
I think that's just the cue that somebody's getting ready to come on and talk to you.
Maybe it's the last minute it comes down.
Oh, like warning. Oh, because they said you needed to be back before the 15 minutes was up. So maybe it is.
She said you could go do stuff.
It could be like a 1-minute warning. You've got a video. The timer is finished.
Oh, see.
Oh, when you are seated and ready, click the button below and
We're
we'll...
dumb. Anyway.
You guys, there's a button. You scroll down and you hit a button. We are smart. Good thing we're learning all this so
My
you
phone
don't
is
have
hard
to.
to do stuff on.
So now you're getting certified guide.
So just to confirm, do you see only a single pink horizontal line next to the word control at the top of the result window?
Yes.
Is it a simple result on the screen?
Yes, I do.
You have tested negative for COVID-19.
Woo.
Goodbye, thanks for choosing eMed.
All right, thank you.
All right, they ask you to rate it 1 stars through 5 stars. So 5
No,
stars so far. I guess scroll down and look for buttons because
There's
we're
no more
having
button. Maybe it's just because I'm holding my phone.
because you did it sideways. Maybe. Oh, you got optional comments and you hit submit. Okay.
Don't do your phone sideways.
Well, it was easy for your pop socket to hold it sideways. I'm just gonna have you be my camera person when my turn comes. All right, so you are officially negative.
Woohoo! I'm
right.
going to Alaska, one way or another.
I'll pop in here in a few minutes with my results, but I guess anything else to say about these tests before we say goodbye to this video and start, you know, finishing packing for Alaska?
Nope. I'm happy.
Quick and easy, but
yeah.
So I guess that's it for this video. If you have any questions, we probably might not be able to answer them unless we've already answered them in this video, but hey, put them down below.
Scroll. Look for more options.
I'll put a link to the where we bought these from, which is eMed.com, and that's about it. So thanks for hanging out with us for an awkwardly nose-poking-nose-a-nosing video.
But a successful one.
That's true.
Yeah.
So if you have not already, be sure you are subscribed to the channel. That's not what I usually say, but whatever. Become a Paromaniac today. Socialize all our media, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
Yep, and until next time, rock on.
Update to the update. I am currently, I've already done the Poconos and I'm waiting for my timer to come down, but it should be noted, I stuck my phone on this tripod and I am doing mine in tall orientation, whereas Dee did hers in wide. And there is you probably can't see it very well, but there is a timer counting down the 15 minutes at the bottom of the screen, which we could not see when we did hers. So, whoops. But anyway, looking good. I guess I'll come back on in about 10 minutes and 7 seconds with the negative result, and that'll be that. All right, Mojo and I are back with the results, and I am negative. That's really blurry, but there's only one pink line, so it is negative. And we did ask, update, they are open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, holidays and everything, because we were curious to ask that. So I think that was the last piece of information we wanted to gather. So